From 6 News, this is Feel Good Friday.
It just, when I heard it, I just felt like I had to play it. It was just hit me. I snuggle with them, I read to them, I talk to them.
I lost my house and then my additional garage was my little private studio and my entire collection of gear of 20 years of.
He had so many drums.
Just everything I owned.
He's a big boy. He's almost as big as his dad, Blake. So he stands out just because he's a little bit taller than the rest of the colony.
Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Feel Good Friday. I'm Siobhan Klepfer. We get the good news going tonight with some of music's biggest names coming together in Los Angeles to raise money for people displaced by this month's devastating wildfires in Southern California. Michael George has the highlights from last night's event.
Let's show the world who we are. We're Los Angeles, one city, one heart, LA strong.
Unity and hope struck a powerful chord in the City of Angels Thursday night.
We love you, Los Angeles, and we got your back no matter what.
As legendary artists, many with deep connections to the area took the stage to raise money for fire relief. From Billie Eilish, Olivia Rodrigo, and Lady Gaga, to Stevie Wonder and Rod Stewart.
May the good Lord be with you down every road you roll.
The Fire Aid benefit concert was a much-needed boost for a region still reeling from the disaster. Some of the performers, like brothers Griffin and Taylor Goldsmith, lost their homes and priceless instruments in the wildfires.
I lost my house and then my additional garage was my little private studio and my entire collection of gear of 20 years of.
He had so many drums.
Just everything I owned.
There's the frame of the Steinway upright piano.
Musicians Dan and Alicia Kalischer returned to the ruins of their Altadena home for the first time this week.
How are you? Are you okay?
Reflecting on what they lost. They used to work out of the studio in their garage.
To have guitars resting on this. Oh, here are the rods of my pedal steel.
The Kalischers and their 3-year-old daughter are living with family in San Diego for now.
I think once we can get back into the studio and start doing some writing, that'll be really therapeutic.
The 5-hour Fire Aid concert captured that desire to heal. Santa Barbara native Katy Perry performed alongside the Pasadena Chorale, a local choir which lost its rehearsal facility in the flames. A collective community spirit designed to get Los Angeles back on its feet. Michael George, CBS News.
Well, there is another event to tell you about on a much smaller scale. Pesto the penguin's first birthday. Now, when he was just born, a newborn chick, he made a huge splash online because of his impressive size. But after a year, his fluffy brown feathers have been replaced with the sleek black, white, and orange colors of his species.
Pesto's still pretty easy to spot despite the fact that he's lost that kind of iconic brown fluffy feathering. He's a big boy. He's almost as big as his dad, Blake. So he stands out just because he's a little bit taller than the rest of the colony.
The king penguin celebrated his birthday today with a fish cake and playing with bubbles, one of his favorite activities. And there's another animal getting some special attention. Emmett the grizzly bear lives at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in Colorado, and he decides when he gets his nails trimmed. When he thinks they're too long, he sticks his paws through an opening, and zookeepers go to work with an electric grinder. And of course, he gets treats during the process. One more animal story for you, this one from mid-Michigan. The La Casa Center in Howell provides services for child survivors of abuse, and a black Labrador named Ember will soon help in that task. Ember is described as gentle and loving and will help reduce anxiety for kids who are recovering. Also in mid-Michigan, retired Ingham County Sheriff Gene Rigglesworth recently learned that a retired deputy, Stan Granger, never received his retiree's badge. So the sheriff reached out to Lansing Uniform and had one made and presented it to Granger, who officially retired with badge number 5021. Tomorrow is National Ice Cream for Breakfast Day. All right, so mark your calendar, everybody. Well, the MSU store is celebrating, the dairy store. It's going to have a special menu tomorrow featuring high-performance espresso icer cream, and that's in honor of the university's Institute for Cyber-Enabled Research, or ICER. According to the store, it has an espresso base with a liquid cooling stream of salted caramel and chocolate computer chips. Can't wait. Well, we are already nearly a month into 2025, but in China, Lunar New Year is just kicking off. Celebrations were held this week overseas and in parts of the U.S. Here's Tina Kraus with a closer look.
Lunar New Year has officially arrived, and as the Year of the Snake slithers into China, celebrations are also lighting up cities across Asia and around the globe. The world's tallest building, Dubai's Burj Khalifa, came alive to mark the occasion. And the Nasdaq Stock Exchange gave a ringing endorsement of good fortune.
And it's an honor for us to be able to highlight the relationship between the U.S. and China.
Asian Americans from San Francisco to Boston have been prepping for the festival for weeks.
You need to clean your house, you need to cut your hair, but you also need to get your decorations, you need to get your flowers, you need to get all of the things that symbolize prosperity, wealth, and renewal in the new year.
Back in China, people aren't the only ones getting into the holiday spirit. A famous chimpanzee showed off some impressive cleaning skills, making his house spick and span for the year ahead before diving into a tasty treat. And some pet owners pampered their furry friends with a traditional feast. The pups savoring the abundance of a happy new year. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
Oh, that's cute. Well, Cedar Point, the roller coaster destination on the shores of Lake Erie, is offering a preview of its newest ride. Take a look. The park released a video animation of what riding Siren's Curse will be like. It is a tilt coaster, which is where the track is not connected until part of it tilts down into place. The park says Siren's Curse will be the fastest, longest, and tallest tilt coaster in North America. Let's get to the good stuff. Come on, come on. I want to hold on this point so we actually can see. There are reportedly, here we go, 13 moments of weightless airtime along this ride. Kendall here. Woo! What do you think? Would you do?
Most of the roller coaster I would be fine with.
Okay.
It's that beginning part where you
where
just
it
kind
tilts
of
down.
are staring down at the ground.
90 degrees. Yeah.
I don't know if I would be a fan of
Come
that.
on. Have you been to Cedar Point?
Yes, a couple of times.
I haven't. Do you ride the roller coasters while you're there?
Okay. I was going to say no, but now we have to go to Cedar Point and ride the roller coaster.
You and I will document it for everybody.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
Okay. I will say, Kendall, it's been kind of a rough afternoon with the weather.
Yeah,
not fun.
Not too fun outside right
No.
now. We do have some travel impacts across the area, but we will improve as we go throughout the next few hours.
Your full forecast right after the break, and then a little bit later, across Lake Michigan, a Wisconsin preteen is taking his love of banjo and going viral. You have to hear him play. That's still to come. Keep it here on Feel Good Friday.